What is going on, everybody? Hello, happy Friday. I hope you all are having an amazing start to your day, night, or weekend, whatever time it is for you. I am here on this, what I think, again, this is not financial advice, this is not an investing channel, but we do like to take a look at the crypto markets, and I've talked about this quite a bit, but I personally think we're in like the little calm before the storm, which I believe is going to be raging starting next week once we get into the mid or second half of December, we'll call it. So it is December 13th today. Happy Friday the 13th. Ooh, I have some plans tonight that maybe I should cancel because I don't want to be out and about on the 13th. Get out of here. So we'll see how that goes. I just realized it. But what else do we want to talk about? Okay, so basically what I'm trying to get at here is I am excited for the second half of the second half of December of 2024, because if it plays out anyway similar to the second half of December of 2020, then I think we're in for a ride. And so far, Q4 has been just carbon copy after carbon copy after carbon copy, right? Especially starting in October. So that's why I am excited. And you know, I bought more of everything that I need today, and I wish I could buy more, but you know, I'm having a good time with it. I am having a good time with it. Hopefully you guys can tell, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this time as well, because you know what? We can't, you know, crypto, gaming, all this stuff aside, it's the holidays. So whether you celebrate or not, you know, hopefully life is just a little bit cheery right now. Things are just a little bit less crazy. The world is kind of slowing down. You know, I think that all of that is good. So take advantage of it. Go touch grass, go touch snow, wherever you are in the world. And, you know, just enjoy things. Hold on, somebody messaged me here. Oh, Bitcoin's closing in on 102. All right. Very cool. Maybe I should have. Okay. Awesome. So let's see what we got here. We got Dragon in the house. We got not Happy Gathering, Gathering the Magic saying Happy Friday the 13th. Yep. Just realized that as well. What's going on? All right. And then how many days left for Rebellion packs? Let's check that out. Let me refresh this first and see where we're at. It's still below 4K. All right, that's no surprise there, I suppose. So, Rebellion packs. We have 6 burns remaining because we burn 25,000 per day. So there are 6 burns remaining, and on the last day, there's about 12,000 or so that will be burned. So if we sell a significant amount, if we sell 12,000, then it'll be 5 burns, and that'll be it. So when is the next burn? Hold on. Let me calendar this out, because I thought I had December 18th as the date. So yeah. So let's just say there's a burn early 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, okay. So basically on the 18th, when we wake up on the 18th, there should only be 12,000 packs left, if that is even available. Now, the thing is, you know, people have just not been into Rebellion at all. What is this? So 925 plus... Hold up. 925, 393 plus 56,904. 982,000 packs. So even if we were to get that 12,000, we wouldn't hit 1 million. So are we going to get 18,000, like a little bit under 18,000 packs? I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. So, yeah, that's I don't know, man. I'm excited. Regardless, I am excited about where things are at. So, you know what I want to talk about now? We got some folks here on the stream, and then I'll jump back into the chat, I promise. Hold on, let me say hi to Plato real quick. What's up, Plato? What's up, Merlin's Matrix? Okay, fine, I'll catch up on the chat first, and then I'll go into my story. Our Dragon says, I'm FOMOing into Rebellion. It takes a clicking clock to get me moving. LOL. I'm checking cloud mining now too, which is interesting. I don't even know what cloud mining is. Like, cool. Let me know how that goes. All right, y'all are talking to each other. Good man, getting ready to enjoy a bull run, indeed. So, so what's interesting here? Okay, so to your point, FOMOing into rebellion. I'm really struggling with this, guys. I'm really struggling, and I actually talked about it with someone earlier today, and that's what I wanted to get into in this story. Blaze hit me up. So we talked for maybe like, oh gosh, was it like an hour? Hold on, let me see. But he had been watching some of the previous live streams, and he's just kind of like doing his rounds, you know, doing the whole marketing thing and wanting to connect with folks. So I appreciate the fact that he had reached out. And let me see. I don't know. I'm just curious now how long we were talking for, because it did feel like a while. 41 minutes. So, but we were having so much fun. It felt like an hour. I don't know if that makes sense, or if that's the right way that works. But I talked to Blaze, and I mean, look, man, he's excited about what's going on, and he's looking forward to a lot of things, and was explaining, you know, just the processes. He's been on for a couple of months now, and yeah, it's exciting, right? And I said this to him privately. I'll say it publicly. Like, in terms of like knowing where the team was, you know, the last time I was doing any kind of work for them, there's a lot of like infrastructure to be built, and I'm sure, like, especially after going through, you know, 2 rounds of layoffs, you know, there's still just a lot of like things that you got to do, things that you got to like set up and all that. And so I think what Blaze is doing is he's just setting all that up. I think he's talked about that publicly, right? So I don't think there's any like new or information I shouldn't be talking about. But it is exciting because there's just so much happening within the Splinterlands ecosystem that gets me excited, again, as a gamer, right? And I think this is important because I want to touch on something here, because we went down this rabbit hole together on our call, where it's like, obviously the game has shifted its focus. I should say the project has shifted its focus to really zero in on making this a better gaming experience, right? Back in 2021, when I came in, it was just bare minimum, but you were making so much money that everybody came in, and they came in for the wrong reasons, myself included, and hopefully stayed for the right ones, right? Although a lot of people are still in the red, and it's been a brutal bear market, right? Every token's down a decent amount. Obviously some have recovered, so I'm not trying to say like there's no good projects out there, but I was explaining to him, and you know me, I've talked about this here. Like, I had to shift my focus in like late 2022 and just be like, all right, what's my relationship with Splinterlands? I think it's just a game, right? That's cool, that's fun, and that's what it is. And I understand there's always going to be like this financial element to it because it exists in the crypto economy. But, you know, I stopped treating it as like a speculative investment, which is, if anything, like, here's... You know, like, okay, so sorry, I'm like all over the place, but I was explaining to somebody yesterday, because they're like, okay, well, how are you like viewing all this stuff? Because they were like trying to get into crypto, right? So you got your early folks, or he was trying to re-get into crypto because he was big in 2021 and then got bored. So he's coming back now, and I was like, look, man, Bitcoin is savings, right? I am trying to exit out of the fiat system as much as possible. So I'm constantly DCAing into Bitcoin, right? And just saving for the long term. Investment now, actually, for me, and I've talked about this with you guys a lot, is MicroStrategy, right? I've been playing a lot in terms of traditional finance, because traditional finance is having an absolute ball with the volatility around MicroStrategy. There's options, derivatives, all these different kinds of things. And that's where like a lot of my attention has been, rather than like jumping into random altcoins, because there's a significant amount of opportunity there. And so that's why it's probably taken a lot of my, I shouldn't say like, it's taken like a lot of my attention in finance. It's just like playing that whole game in TradFi, because TradFi is like now starting to have fun with the crypto economy. But when it comes to like other crypto, when it comes to, and specifically crypto gaming, I don't like, to me, that is, you know, at best, it's getting rewarded for your time and energy. I would equate that with, you know, like doing those random surveys online to earn money, right? Like, you're putting your energy and time into something, and it's rewarding you for it, which, keep in mind, Web 2 does not do, right? Web 2 gaming does not offer that. So this is revolutionary, what Splinterlands and every other crypto game out there is doing to a certain extent, right? But are you gonna quit your job? Are you gonna get massively filthy rich, like filling out surveys online and just doing all like no? It's a good reward for your time in a game or an activity that you enjoy, right? At best, it's that. At worst, it's degenerate gambling, right? So it's somewhere on that scale for me, not for everybody else. I'm sure people will, take exception to that. But I'm just saying, like for me, when I look at crypto gaming, that's really just all it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still a degenerate gambler to some extent. I shouldn't really say it like that. I've definitely placed, let me put it this way, I've placed some bets in certain projects that I like. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing that. All I'm saying is that this is my viewpoint in terms of like, when I think about a lot of the crypto games that are out there, including Splinterlands, it's like, to me, like the word investment just feels dirty now. And I know we talk with so many investment terms, and I'm totally guilty of this, but it's because there's a gamified element to there's a gamified financial element to it, right? Where, okay, if I spend $20 on a movie to go out, like that's my entertainment. Or I could spend $20 on buying a land plot and getting it up and running, and there's a return on that. Now, is that one land plot going to help, retire me at some point? I mean, maybe, and that's kind of maybe the speculative chance that we're all taking. But I'm not treating it as such, right? I'm not sitting here like aping into land or aping into cards or aping into even into SPS, right? It's just, I'm just treating it as it is and having fun with it because I like being part of this community. I like being part of this project and the game economy. And that's just how my approach is. So I know I went completely down the rabbit hole on this, but that was like part of the conversation that I was having with Blaze this morning. And so I wonder what this era of play to earn is going to look like, because the play to earn era of 2021 was very much, yo, you can quit your job and play games for a living. And I don't mean to like shit on that idea, but it's like, what kind of value are you adding to the world? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe, if you're entertaining, right, and you're streaming, then that's cool. Like there's a certain element of that. But otherwise, this is a zero-sum game. If you make money from somewhere, it's coming from someone else, right? So the game has to be so good that people are willing to spend money on it, and then you just kind of siphon it all away. Which, I'm saying that to make it even sound negative, but it isn't. I'm just saying like that's what a zero-sum game is. So I do wonder what the relationship will be now that we have like a fantastic like triple A tier of games that have launched, right? With Off the Grid, Illuvium, this play to airdrop, play to earn kind of movement is going to be significant. And I hope that it'll be mature, is I think the word that I would use. I hope that it'll be mature, or more mature than it was a couple of years ago. So that people aren't just like aping money into whatever. Like here's the thing. I talk about this all the time. If you're looking at the game, and you're like, oh man, I'm like gonna invest in Splinterlands. If you're buying cards or you're buying land, or any other like asset within the game that is not SPS, I maintain that is not an investment, right? Like that is, I don't like to look at it as investments, and that changed for me because if you go to like an early video, I did look at them like investments. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's I think if you are going to invest, and let me be very clear about it. If you're going to invest in Splinterlands, meaning that you are trying to come in and make money, to me, the only thing that kind of makes sense from a very speculative standpoint would be SPS, right? Because everything else is just, it's an asset, and yes, you can treat it as an investment. I'm not saying that this is law. I'm just saying that this is my viewpoint on it. Everything else is just like, it's just fun. It's just like gives you earning potential in the game. It moves you further along, gets you resources, gets you things. And the fact that this exists in Web 3 versus Web 2 means that all this stuff is tradable, right? Before, we just used to not have it be tradable, and you would just go and do things. And then you couldn't get any value out of it. It would just be something in the game. But yeah, so again, we had a great talk. I know I've gone down so many rabbit holes now and tangents, but Blaze and I had a great talk. I'm really excited about what he's working on and what they have lined up. Q1 I can't wait for. I just want to, I don't know, man. I just want to get to the new year. I mean, I want to enjoy the holidays, but I want to get to the new year. I think, hopefully crypto's in a position where it's going to be very, very fun starting off in January. If 4 years ago was any indication. All right, let me jump back into the chat here and see what we got. All right, so Gathering says, get Azarcon to buy packs instead of auction cards for a couple days. Yeah, what's his deal? I need to reach out to him. Like, how many of these cards is he looking to have? Because he's like setting the floor, but I think people are exhausted already with having to pay that much. We'll see. All right, Ecos cloud mining means they host machines and maintenance. Okay, thanks, Dragon. Plato says, bull run should be nice. Hopefully, gotta remember to take profits. Indeed. No round trips this time, guys. No round trips. All right, Dragon says, I have an idea about land I'd like to float. What if instead of a plot owner staking DEC to a plot, the DEC gets staked into the cards, working the plot instead? All right, let me continue this here. Hold on. Shout out to Walking Keys. What's going on, brother? I know I owe you a phone call. I'm sorry. Things just got a little crazy for me last night, but I will hit you up after this. All right, so Dragon says, that way players owning cards with no land could drop them on plots, and plot owners don't need so much capital to work their land. This should be an easy profit share. Hold on, I need to read this idea again. Instead of a plot owner staking DEC to own a plot, the DEC gets staked into cards working the plot instead. That way plot owners, the players owning the cards with no land could drop them on plots, and plot owners don't need so much capital, and then do a profit share. You know what this sounds like? This kind of sounds like what's that called? What was that? What that hard point like talked about way back? Land sharing or something? Damn it, I forgot. It's an interesting idea. I don't know about, so the thing of like doing the whole profit share, land squatting, right? Is that what it was? I think it was like land squatting. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. My first thought would be, instead of you just plopping it on their lands, if people had a bunch of cards but they didn't want to like worry about the land plots, then they could just stake it to their cards and then put those up for rent. And then it's kind of like baked into, right? The profit share is kind of baked into that, so you have to price accordingly. Because, let's say a max Pelacor Bandit versus a max Pelacor Bandit with 50,000 DEC stake to it should be going for very different prices, But, I mean, land squatting or land surfing. Sorry, thank you, Pomp. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead in chat because I saw that. Yeah, land surfing. I don't know. All right, everybody saying hi to Walking Keys, as you should. He is the man. All right, where you been? Don't tell me parallel. Is that another way to spell parallel? Bolts, what's up, man? Oh, snap. Yeah, Keys is writing a book. Oh, he's talking about it publicly. Let's go, Keys. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Thanks. It's called My Dad, the Noob. All right, fair enough. All right, so State of Survival says, is SPL is about ready to jump, then where is Darkest? I'm assuming you mean Darkest Night. I would have thought Foyer would have at least dropped in to say hi. I wonder what Foyer is up to. I mean, I know he's big into the Ronin ecosystem, so maybe he's playing Axie and all that. In terms of Darkest Night, I mean, Darkest Night is just not like, he went back to Web 2 gaming. He's not interested in like Web 3 gaming right now. He's just letting his stuff roll, and my guess is that when things get really good and spicy again, I mean, because he's like following crypto, but it's not like where we were in 2021 and 2022. Like, that was a different level. And I doubt, I mean, I'd love to get his opinion on this because I don't want to speak for him. But until and unless, like, Web3 gaming gets to, S tier levels, good, I don't know that he would come back to it, because I think and again, I don't want to speak for him. This is just my interpretation of like his journey. It's almost like, and you guys know Darkest Night. He would like just go buy cards randomly on stream, right? So the guy is, he's well established. We'll just put it that way. So it was never about the money for him, right? It was never about like, oh, I can come in and like make a ton of money. I think that's why that was part of the appeal of going back to Web 2, because he wanted gaming to feel like gaming and to feel like this escape and not have this secondary emotional layer of, are my assets up or down? What's market sentiment like? Like that. And I get it, right? Because it's like, man, if you're out there and you're playing a Web 2 game like Fortnite or something, like, do you care if, what the price of Bitcoin is? No, you don't, right? Like, if Bitcoin is down, is everybody who's playing Fortnite all of a sudden being like, super bitter and super like just negative about everything? No, they're just playing the damn game. And so, treating gaming like that, I can understand the appeal of like wanting to go back and having games be your escape or your release valve to a certain extent, right? Rather than coming in and bringing in the stress of the real world and real world markets that, at least we here follow when it comes to crypto, and having that be such a major part of it. So I don't know, hopefully that captures it correctly, but I'd rather Darkest Night explain it. Messaging me. All right, so Blockchain Project says, Walking Keys, you excited for the gold Wonder Woman airdrop with McFarlane Digital? Surfing, thank you for that. The forbidden word, surfing. My idea would be a partnership, not squatting. Okay. I mean, I'm in for it, Dragon. Like, any way to get people way more involved, I would be down for it. But I think I know exactly what the team would say. Cool idea, but we don't have the resources to make that a priority. So I don't know. I would recommend just DMing Cryptomancer and spamming him with the idea and seeing if you can get him on board. Because I mean, since he is the land dev, if you can sell him on it, then that's pretty much game set match, right? Yeah. All right. So slightly a bit worst word than ROI. Oh yeah, land surfing. It's okay. We can talk about ROI. It was actually land surfing. Oh, coming in grammar police over here. What did he just send me? Hold up. All right, so State of Survival says, so I could not wait for you to order a pizza, so I went ahead and ordered Korean chicken. Apparently it's a trend where I am at. Not Korean barbecue, it's called Chicken Bang. Oh God, I love that name, Chicken Bang. State of Survival, it's okay. I appreciate the patience that you've had in waiting for me to order a pizza. When should I eat a pizza on stream? Okay, let's do something here. When should I eat a pizza on stream? Okay, that's my question. What does SPS need to be at, or what does Bitcoin need to be at? Because as much as I talk about pizza and ice cream, I don't eat that stuff regularly. So this would have to be a day where I would have to like designate it as like a cheat day. So it'd either be like a holiday. Maybe if I do a New Year's Day live stream, I'll have some pizza. Or it'll have to be a day celebrating either like a Bitcoin price or an SPS price, and then I will get a massive, or not a massive, but I will get a pizza and eat it here on stream with you guys if you want to hear me chew through this microphone. Just kidding. I'll mute the damn microphone. You can just watch me eat. Because that sounded disgusting. I can hear it in my own ears. All right. Awesome question goes here for Blaze. All right. Ask him a question. I mean, I don't know. Blaze, I don't know if he attends these regularly. I think he just comes by from time to time. Although he is... Hold on. sorry. Somebody was just messaging me about something. So, Bolts. Oh man, asking the real questions here. Spicy pizza or sweet and tangy pizza? Man, I mean, I'm gonna go with spicy, like as a 1, but I don't dislike sweet and tangy. So, for example, I mean, if barbecue chicken is like sweet and tangy, I'll go with that. Oh, I know what you're getting at. Sweet and tangy probably includes pineapples, right? Where are we on the pineapples on pizza fence? People, like, some people seem to really take that very seriously. All right, so Blockchain Project says 120K Bitcoin is pizza time. I mean, dude, we're gonna hit that like next week, guys. I agree with 120K. Oh, come on, can't it be in the new year sometime? I mean, sorry, you can see how bullish I am. I think that we're gonna run next week. Stage of Survival says bad. I'm assuming that's for pineapples on pizza. Now, hear me out. Okay. I don't seek out pineapple on pizza. Okay. I've never ordered a pizza with pineapples on it. But I am an equal opportunity pizza lover. And if it's there, I'll eat it. It's just not my favorite, but I'm not going to discriminate against it. I mean, it's just a poor fruit. It just wants to be loved. It just wants to be included with that delicious cheese and mozzarella and tomato sauce. Come on. So, you know, I don't want to hate. All right, Blockchain Project says, in Peru, I had BTC barbecues for the first time, new all-time high. Then at 100K, I feel like I'm going to be grilling a lot in 2025. Oh, I mean, I'm carnivore, guys. So if you're down, I mean, I'll do steak anytime Bitcoin crosses another 10K. 110, 120, 130. we can just go crazy with steak. That's fine. But the thing is, pizza. The thing is, eating a pizza. It's like I have to prepare for it. And then it's going to take me like 3 days at the gym to like work that out of my system. I'm going to have to like fast for 2 of those days afterwards and just be like, all right, no more carbs, please. So, you know, I know. Habanero habanero is good. I do like habanero. I don't know that I've had banana peppers as well as jalapenos on pizza. I don't know that I've ever had like habanero peppers, unless that's included. No pineapple with ham, only on veggie pizza. Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's Hawaiian, right? The pineapple and ham. All right. So we got our Grillmaster blockchain for our little get together Splinterfest. Indeed. Although I thought 120 was New Year's Day. All right, so I mean, if you guys are not following, I'm going along with what's his name, Plan B, where he's saying 150 by the end of the year. Again, not financial advice. I have nothing to back this up outside of looking at previous years as well as, you know, going off of what Plan B has said. On Twitter, right, or X. Now, the reason why is because if you go back 4 years ago, from mid-December of 2020 to mid-January of 2021, we had a massive run-up from 20K to 40K. It was a 2X. And I'm just thinking like, hey, we're sitting around 100K right now. If we do that same kind of run-up that we had last time, since we've kind of carbon copying what the moves, 100K to 200K by January seems... would be that, right? That would be the exact carbon copy. And 150 by the end of the year would be a carbon copy of us going from 20 to 30, right? A 50% move by the end of 2020. And then into 2021, all of a sudden it jumped from like 30 to 40. So, will it happen? I don't know. But if it does, then I am expecting it to start in about 3 days or 2 to 3 days. We'll see. Because some of this stuff has just been like on the money, right? Like the end of the election, or like the election run up until November 25th and then cool off and then start to heat up again in December. And it's just been wild, guys. All right. You describing pizza is making me hungry. Yeah, that was my goal. So I'm glad it worked. I'm trying to work on my Is that technically ASMR? If I just talk about food in very delicious ways, like all I want. Let's pivot to steak, right? I don't need anything fancy. I don't need any kind of barbecue sauce. I just want a good ribeye, succulent, juicy, with a lot of fat on it. Just the perfect ratio, marbled the way that God intended it, or nature intended it, whatever your beliefs are. Just to slice in and enjoy every last bite. That I can do all day long. All right, so pineapple on pizza is illegal in Italy. I don't know if that's true, but I believe it. And I'm not going to fact check you. Blockchain, a grill master. Now we're going to need a grill. Indeed. Reagan says we have delicious barbecue beef pizza. Oh, I would love to try that. Barbecue beef pizza. I've only had like barbecue chicken pizza, but I mean, you throw a brisket on there. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even though I don't eat carbs generally, but pizza is like one of my favorite foods. So it's just everything that you need. I said to my friends at 150K Bitcoin, I am getting baby pig to grill. Oh, okay. You're gonna do the whole thing where you just put it on the spit? You'll have to send us a picture. We'll all celebrate. That will surely get them checking Bitcoin prices. Oh, yes. I'm watching my bad girl again. Plan D is onto something. Do you mean Plan B? I don't know what Plan D is. Somebody tell me what Plan D is. Sage Bible says, when does Trump officially get into office? The undits, you mean pundits, have been saying that at the time BTC will begin to drop. January 20th or 21st, I think, is inauguration. Somewhere around there. Yeah, here, Jurgen says January 20th. So again, that goes in line both with Plan B as well as 2021, right? We had this massive run up from December to January of 2021. And then like from mid-January onwards, things cooled off until like late February, early March. Then we went up back into the 40s and up into the 50s, right? And then things cooled off a little bit in April, I think is when we topped out for the first local top at like 64K. But yeah, so all that kind of falls in line. And then Plan B said the same thing, right? He listed out his predictions for every month where he's just like, okay, 70K in October, hit. 100K in November. We got to 99.8, right? By November 28th or whatever it was, or whatever day in November. So he's like, yeah, that's pretty much a check, right? We're within $200. 150K in December, 200K in January, 150K, so we're going back down, right? Again in February. Then back up to 250K in March, and then it gets wild from there, right? Because all of a sudden the strategic Bitcoin reserve starts going live. You get all these other countries just starting to, go absolutely bananas. Our vlogging said, have you ever heard a short-term Bitcoin prediction from multiple people and actually playing out like that? I don't remember such happening. No, absolutely not. No, it's just he's been spot on the last couple of months, so I'm just eyeing it as something that's like, well, he didn't even say that it's a prediction. He's just like a scenario, not a prediction, just a scenario. And I'm like, okay, well, that seems interesting. So again, I'm not even saying that this is a prediction. I'm not even saying that's what I'm expecting. I mean, I'm kind of expecting it just because. I'm sorry. Let me be very clear. I'm not like basing my life and financial decisions around like, is Bitcoin going to go up at this point in time or on this specific date? That's absolutely wild, and anybody who does that is like, that's pure gambling. But I am watching these dates with certain expectations of like, hey, if it does follow either Plan B or the previous cycle, this would kind of be the time for things to start getting a little heated. So yeah, the thing is, you have people calling for like $1 million Bitcoin or 500K or whatever it is, and I'm like, okay, now we're in a situation where the moment people start talking super cycle, and I've seen that thrown out again, oh, super cycle, we're in the super cycle. I'm like, okay, hey, not that we're like at the top, but it's, I think I said this last stream, it's feeling pre-frothy, right? Like people are getting too excited. I mean, I do think this cycle will outperform, just because I think last cycle underperformed because Wall Street was not fully integrated. They are fully integrated now, and I think they're going to pump the hell out of this. But anybody who thinks it's just going to be up and to the right forever, I think that's really silly. My expectation is we still get a full full like 80% retracement, or 70 to 80% retracement at some point, 2026, 2027. And if we don't, then that's awesome, right? Because it shows that like, hey, there's enough folks that get it now that everybody's just buying the dip. But I still think that there's going to be an extended like bear market. Maybe we don't go down 70, 80%. Maybe it's only 50%, right? And then all of a sudden things start turning around because countries and corporations are like, oh, well, this is low enough for me. Let me start buying more, right? You got Michael Saylor yelling from the rooftops. He's always going to be buying the top. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Dragon says, yeah, my technical skills need work. It's all good, man. We figured it out. It's a team effort here. Blockchain Project says, all I want is more BTC at the bottom of the next bear than I had the last one. It's a good way to look at it. I mean, see, in a way, and I know this is very like antithetical to waiting for the moon, but I want these cycles because I know how to trade them better now, right? This past 4 years or whatever, this past cycle, like I did buy, I did go heavier in 2023 than I did in, 2019. 2019, I was completely disengaged. My life was in a different place. I gotten into crypto, but then I was like, I'm just going to hold it. I'm not going to look at it for like 3 years. And so actually that ended up working out because like from 2017 to 2020, I didn't care. And so now it's like, okay, well, let me just DCA into, especially at these times. So if we get that period of time in 2026 and 2027 where like we get like super bearish sentiment, it's like, oh, I know what to do. I know what to do this time around. I did it last time. And, I'm just going to throw everything I have into this. So Dragon says, seriously, Aftersound, speaking of BTC, you'd be interested in Ecos cloud mining. Okay. Is Bolt saying cloud mining is good? Is that money coming out of that dude's eyes and mouth? Because that's how much money I want. I want so much money that is literally coming out of my eyes and mouth. Hold on. Okay, let me look at this. Ecos cloud mining. I'm using Brave. What's that called? Hold on. The Brave AI browser response. Can you explain Ecos cloud mining in a very high, or in at a high level? Let's see what AI can come up with. Just so that I feel like I can respond appropriately. All right, so introduction to Ecos cloud mining. It's a cloud mining platform that offers users a way to mine cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin. Oh, okay. Without the need for expensive equipment or technical expertise. So the cloud mining concept allows users to rent computing power from a data center, which is used to mine cryptocurrencies, providing a hassle-free and cost-effective alternative to traditional home mining. How Ecos works: users sign up for an account, fund their mining work, choose their desired digital asset, and start mining via our user-friendly interface, with the option to withdraw their earnings easily. Key benefits: Ecos offers competitive pricing, secure hosting, and daily payouts, making it convenient and potentially profitable option for those looking to invest in cryptocurrency. Legitimacy and reliability: Ecos has established itself as a reliable and legitimate crypto platform supported by the Armenian government, with a large number of registered clients and a reputation for transparency and trustworthiness. Okay, so my question for you then, because I've heard this whole like, oh, they've been around for whatever and they're reliable. And yeah, then look at what happened to BlockFi, look what happened to Celsius, look at what happened to, all these things. So what is your investment into there? Or what, maybe not yours, but what is like the investment level required? And what's this talk about being potentially profitable? Yeah, Bolts, it's worth looking into. Okay. I only heard about it researching Bitcoin mining. I mean, for me, like, that's the thing. I was researching Bitcoin mining earlier this year. And then, actually, what's a good question for AI? When is the best time to mine Bitcoin in the 4-year cycle? Now, my guess is the best time to mine Bitcoin is when the hash rate comes down, right? Which usually happens in, like, the bottom of the bear. Because after the halving, okay, so hold on. If you guys are interested, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read it whether or not you're interested. Hopefully you are. So, understanding the 4-year cycle. The 4-year cycle is marked by a halving event where the reward for mining a block is cut in half. This event. Okay, so pre-halving, the period leading up to the halving event often sees increased interest and investment in Bitcoin, potentially driving up the price. Mining during this phase can be profitable due to the anticipation and speculation. Post-halving. After the halving, the reduced block reward can lead to decreased mining profitability for some miners, especially those with older equipment. Okay, so that's what I understood. However, the decreased supply of new Bitcoins can also lead to increased demand and higher prices, making mining profitable for those that can maintain low costs. Now, the mid-cycle. The middle of the 4-year cycle, about 1 to 2 years after the halving, can be a period of consolidation or growth, depending on various market factors. Mining profitability during this phase can vary widely depending on the miner's efficiency, the network's difficulty, and the prevailing market price of Bitcoin. Late cycle, as the next halving event approaches, speculation and anticipation may drop. Okay. Well, this did not answer the question. I remember asking, I think not this, but ChatGPT a while back, or Nova, as you're reminding me of. And I remember the answer being like the mid-cycle, or maybe I was asking more specific, like historically when has been the best time. Okay, so not looking for 3 years. I can't go 6 hours. Okay, so State of Survival says, say Bitcoin goes down. Where, in your opinion, is the buyback in point? Do you have a plan B just in case World War III? I mean, well, you actually typed in World War II. So if we get a time machine and go back in time, and all technology is then destroyed or rendered useless. Bro, come on, be for real though. If World War III happens and technology is rendered useless, like losing my Bitcoin is going to be the last of my problems. Okay, like that's going to be something else entirely. But I get your point. Where, like, if it goes down, where, in my opinion, is the buyback endpoint? Well, this is why the only financial advice that I give to anybody, including here on this channel, is dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Buy $5 per week, $10, but whatever you can afford, even if it's $1 per week. But like, for me, I'm just continuing to buy back in, right? Now, you're asking when I would start to go heavy. Okay, well, I'd probably be looking in Q4 of 2026 because 2014 was similar, 2018 was similar, 2022 was similar. So, actually, I don't know as much about 2014. I wasn't following then, but I'm sure we could look that up if somebody wants to fact check me. So my thought is, hopefully, not that I'm selling my Bitcoin, right? But if I sell gains on other things, then I will just use like most of 2026. I'll just start early 2026. Well, I mean, I'm obviously like dollar cost averaging, but I would probably take, profit off of the table on many things, on many like investments or speculative whatever coins at some point in 2025, and then just kind of sit on it until 2026, at which point I would start increasing my DCA and then look around. I mean, it's gonna be two things, right? What is like the time, or sorry, so the timing, which would be, mid to late 2026, and the sentiment, right? The price and the sentiment. So, like if things are still booming in 2026, which would be wild, then it's like, okay, well, all of our models are useless. But I would say if it follows the cycle the way that every other cycle has gone, then by mid 2026, I think there will be a lot of like, feels like the bull runs over, or something collapsed, or something whatever, right? Maybe it's Coinbase, maybe it's MicroStrategy. I don't know, right? Like it could be something massive that ends up collapsing. And so, yeah, I don't know. At that point, it's a good question. In terms of pricing, I mean, like, I don't think I can give you a price because I don't know how high it's going to go, right? But let's say it goes up to make things easy, right? Let's say it goes up to $1 million, right? The blow off top is absolutely wild. People are like, wait, this is crazy. It just traded at $999,000 or $1 million. I mean, once it does a 50% retracement from wherever it is, once it does a 50% retracement, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, everybody's starting to say Bitcoin's dead again, right? Everybody's starting to say like, this is this is a crash. It's done. It's ruined the world economy, right? Governments are going to come after it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, then at that point, I'm going to start probably buying a little bit more. Nova can tell you about it. Thank you, Dragon. All right, Status Rouse says, I'm thinking about buying a miner just to see if it works. Better than nothing. Yeah, so I gone to like one of the Bitcoin meetups here locally, and I was talking to this guy about like, getting started on mining. And I was surprised at how not affordable it was, but like the equipment was more affordable than I was expecting. Again, I'm not technical, so I don't know a lot of this stuff, right? But it was interesting because I was like talking to him as a noob and being like, all right, because he sets this stuff up. So he was obviously trying to sell me on it a little bit. And I was like, all right, so if I don't have the space for it, or if I had the space for it, or rented the space for it, like, because I think that stuff's like super loud and crazy. But it was more so I was just curious. I would rather I'm much better, let's put it this way. I am much better at mining fiat and then trading that for Bitcoin. All right, Dragon says, I was checking that out. State of Survival. It's so expensive to run with electricity and they're allowed. Yeah, I see. Okay, so I think we're on the same page there. Bolt says high risk, but I'd say once other platforms start doing it like Apple, Microsoft. Oh, you think they'll get into it? That could be cool. I use ChatGPT for info on this too. This is the napkin math I'm looking at for cloud mining. Antminer 21 Pro. So your down payment, or sorry, your investment would be $65.65 with a monthly output of $432, which for folks, where's the calculator? There it is. So 432 times 12 divided by 65.65. So you'd recover in 1 year, assuming that price stays the same, you would recover your investment about 80%, 79%. And then obviously once you hit 100, you're good. But if there is a there's like a 26% move in Bitcoin, which is massive now when you think about it, right? A 26% move for Bitcoin right now would be 126,000. Then you could do it in a year. If I'm understanding the monthly output correctly. OMG. No, I think State of Survival, it's 65.65 is the cost of the Antminer. But you know what we're not factoring into this is probably the cost of electricity, right? Hold up, someone just texted, so we'll wait for that response because I want to make sure I'm understanding it correctly. All right. As long as the miner doesn't cost more than 150 a month in electricity, I'm okay. I will take the hit. Okay, hold up. All right. Sorry about that. Something like semi-urgent. All right, so where are we at? So Bolt says we could use DOA, DAO money, as bait just to try out the mining. I think the DAO should be dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin as well. I forgot where. Oh, Chuni, he was the one who gave the idea. Like we should be backing SPS with BTC. I think that'd be fascinating. And again, just slow and steady. Just buy more every so often. Like, what's his name? Michael Saylor in MicroStrategy. Just like every month, take 100,000 or 1,000,000 DEC. It's not that much, right? But just start buying some Bitcoin slowly and steadily. Because 1,000,000 DEC coming out per month is not terrible, right? We burn like 1,000,000 per day. So recirculating that out to then go and buy Bitcoin to back the DAO with in the long haul, right? That would be, yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool. So Dragon says cost of electricity is included in the 260 hosting fee. Wait, so how does this work? What are you renting from them? You have a miner, I'm assuming, and then, I'm not sure how this even works. Because it says, I'm not understanding this. Cloud mining allows users to rent computing power from, oh, okay. I thought you were renting out your computing power to them. Never mind. Okay, this makes more sense. We're finding hassle-free. But then you would still need to have the actual physical equipment. You're just getting the computing power from them. And that's included in the electricity of that cost is included there. But what equipment would you need? You still need the Antminer then? That's not too bad. NFO guys just got the equipment already. Oh, is he posting about that? I would love to follow his journey. Okay. So Dragon says ChatGPT can calculate profitability by copy pasting the machine stats along with 260 hosting fee, and you can tell it what you like for BTC prices. So right now at 100K, those are the stats. That's interesting. Okay. I thought you put a miner in your place. Sounds like a dedicated server. Yeah, Axler did it with solar panel. Oh, that's awesome. Harvesting the sun. All right, FYI, using CPUs to mine is a waste of time. You need to get GPU power. I'll be honest, guys, this is all like flying over my head. I want to learn more about this, so don't get me wrong, but I think I need to sit down and do like my 100 hours of like actually studying this, and maybe this will be something that I put time in for the next bull run, so I can figure out pricing and see when like a good entry point would be. So Vlog says, I faced Heloise for the first time and it was very underwhelming. Almost like General Stone completely blocks its overpowered. Wait, what? You beat Heloise with General Sloan? What's your IGN? I want to go watch this battle. That's hilarious. right. I think we good. You can buy the ASIC or rent it. Got it. You know, I just realized, have we looked at anything else on this page? We haven't gotten anything. I've just been chatting with you guys, which is always super fun. But we're closing in on an hour, and I have some things to get done today. Mainly, I need to start my Christmas shopping. I mean, it's less than 2 weeks now. I don't know if I'll be able to get everything delivered in time, which would mean that I'd have to go to the stores then to buy stuff and deal with people and traffic and craziness. I don't want that. Give me delivery. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno's. See, full circle back to pizza for anybody who gets the reference. All right, well, you know, Bitcoin's at 101,700. Yeah, Rebellion's still there. I don't know, man. Oh, look at this. Pack value and pack price are the same. What was I gonna look at? Market. And see how Rebellion's doing overall. Let's look at core. Oh, somebody bought up that Lorcus. There was one for $28. He gone. Got some more cryptics on the marketplace. I don't know, man. It's a real struggle for me. It's a real struggle because it's like I want to have some of these summoners so that I can participate in Modern if I want to. But also it just doesn't make sense. It's like why do that when I can go and literally just have a ball in Wild? All these summoners are roughly the same price, right? So, oh, my girl Mimosa, she oh, so sad. Down there, $8. I mean, hell, I can even get a level 3 Kron now. That's like within reach. $42. He doesn't need llama anymore. I don't know, man. It's a struggle. I'm still trying to figure it out. Or we just go heavy into land. I wish I had more capital that I could just buy everything. But, you know, getting ready for the land game might be fun too. Bolt says, yeah, use your time in learning about mining instead of the parallel. They're two different things, man. I do enjoy playing parallel. The problem with parallel is just it's much more time consuming. And I want to be able to sit down. It's hard to do just one game, right? Because you want to get into it, and sometimes you just have like a bad draw. So the thing is, like, I treat that similar to how like Magic the Gathering. I would never just sit down for one game of Magic. It's like, all right, let's have an evening or an afternoon and get some food and, you know, play with friends or whatever. So it's just a very different experience than Splinterlands, which is very touch and go, and I like that. It's something different. Astropose is set up all on Discord a couple of years ago. It's amazing. Nice. Okay. No, not Sloan, but Kelia. The shield blocks it really well. Yeah, that's probably going to be the big issue for what's her name, Heloise. If there's a way to give her Pierce at any point in the future, she's going to be a problem. Walking Keys. What's going on? Oh, you still got time to order? Wait, what are we talking about? You talking about Rebellion? Heloise says, or Dragon says, Heloise needs another taunt monster in front and a high health unit to siphon health. So, oh yeah, because she has taunt, right? So it would go to the first taunt. That's not bad. There's a lot of taunt monsters out there. They nerfed my Cathari deck. Oh, I heard Gneas got the nerf, right? Was it Gneas? I don't know. I follow them on X, and I just remember seeing a post about that. Dragon says, I have to go buy the rest of my Rebellion cards today too. They're gonna be slim pickings. Oh, Walking Keys says, my presence, not Rebellion. Yeah, I know, but I need to actually like sit down, figure it out, and then I'm traveling for the holidays, so I gotta send it to a different spot and make sure everything is gonna be okay with that. Or if I'm bringing it, then I gotta make sure that it's gonna make it here in time. All right, so Leandro says, yep, instead of +1/+1 on attacks, now it's just +1/+0. Oh, that is huge. That is a huge nerf. I mean, that card was just outrageous. I hated playing against Cathari. It was like the one deck that like it was just spammed everywhere. And there's like two aggro decks, right? It was that versus Lemmy, and I went the Lemmy route, and I would just face off against Gneas all the time. And unless I had a bunch of those like PS launchers or the things that do 3 damage or whatever, and I could take out the units before they started attacking, it was a real problem. +1/+0 makes way more sense, because then these units don't get out of hand so fast. Walking Keys, hey, everyone hit that thumbs up. Thanks, Walking Keys. I appreciate you, brother. All right, guys. Well, we're over an hour now. I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about? This is, like I said, this is the quiet before the storm. I may stream this weekend. We'll see. I got some free time, so I want to see if I can jump in and do Sorry Bolts, but see if we can do like some parallel. And I know I keep saying it, but I think it's going to happen. I think the more I put it out there into the world, it's going to happen. I am now eyeing getting that PS5 so I can play off the grid. I haven't had a console in a while, and the idea of like dropping $500 on the console right now is kind of crazy, but I don't know. I want to play. I want to get something fun. I want to enjoy the holidays. Well, I won't even be able to play it much because I'll be traveling soon, but we shall see, guys. Maybe we'll do some other Web 2 gaming on there if you guys are down to hang with me while we can just watch the assets rise and then play whatever games people want to play. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend ahead. If I don't chat with you, hopefully by the time we come in on Monday, Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high. If not, then I'm sorry. But I will say this. I'm going to leave you with something. Let me double check. I'm going to leave you with something. Hold up. Let's see here. Oh, okay. It looks like it's confirmed. So I have a guest on the channel on Monday, roughly around this time. So I'll leave you with that because they just confirmed, and you're free to speculate, whoever it is. But I think it'll be a fun chat, and we shall see how things go. But have an amazing weekend. Be safe. Be well. I'll catch up with y'all soon. Peace.